Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Jill and today I'm going to be doing my July TBR video, or all the books that I want to read in July. So let's get started. I'm actually sitting down for this video very oddly on the side of this table that I have right here because I felt like sitting down, and you know, I wanted a little switcher-upper because I'm over here by my ARC shelf again with my beautiful Hamilton. I love it so much. I actually just uploaded my Hamilton book tag, so if you're interested in that, go check it out. I will link it down below. It is by far my favorite video that I've made so far. It was the funnest to make, and I am certainly the most proud of it, so if you would go check it out, it would mean a lot to me. So yeah, let's just get into the books that I want to read in July. So as I already mentioned in my June TBR video, I'm not going to be showing you a buttload of books, like a ton of books that, oh, I wish I could read this and everything, because I actually don't end up following these TBR videos very well. So I have a few books that I have to read and a few books that I would really like to read, but I didn't really include books that I will probably read, but there's a chance that I won't, just because I don't want this video to be super long with empty promises in it. So yeah, let's just get into everything that I want to read. So starting off with two books that I am already currently reading. Today's the last day of June, so yeah, I'm not going to be finishing these until July. So the first one is Enter Title Here by Rahul Kanakia. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. These names give me a challenge. The Indian names, they don't go very well for me. Anyway, so this is an arc. It comes out in August of this year, and basically it is about this girl named Reshma, and she is a college counselor's dream. She is very smart, and she is doing all these extracurricular activities, and her dream is to go to Stanford, and she thinks the only way that she can get into Stanford is if she has a hook or like something that's like above everyone else. And so she decides to get a literary agent, and she starts writing this novel when she's in high school because she wants to go to Stanford. I'm not going to be giving too much of my thoughts right now, but I am about that much through, so I'm not that much through it, but as of now I'm not enjoying it as much as I thought I would. This does follow, Reshma is sort of an anti-hero. She is very focused on getting into Stanford, and she's very ruthless and brutal and sort of a mean girl when it comes to that, and I'm just very annoyed with her right now. I don't think that what she's doing is smart, but maybe she'll change or whatever. She just seems to be very selfish right now, and I think that might be the point, but I might be wrong. So look at my July wrap-up if you want to know more thoughts about it, because yeah, I'm not really sure about this one as of now. And the second book I'm currently reading is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. Oh, I don't even want to get into it. It's so good. I'm about halfway through, and if you guys didn't know, I mentioned this in every single video, honestly, and the sun just went behind a cloud, so it got a little bit darker in here. But when I first read Harry Potter, I just read 1 through 5, and because Cursed Child is coming out, and just because I really wanted to read 6 and 7, I have reread the entire series, and I finally began the 7th book, which I have not read yet. I mean, I've watched all the movies, I know what happens, but this book is so good. I'm about halfway through with it, and I just can't stop reading it. It is fantastic. It's probably my favorite one so far. It's so good, and there's no words really to describe how amazing Harry Potter is, and I'm so ready for Cursed Child. I'm so ready. Now getting into some books that I actually want to complete in July that I haven't started yet. I have to read 2 books for my 2 different book clubs I am in. The first book that I have is The Star-Touched Queen by Roshani Chokshi. I'm sorry, again, the Indian names, I can't do it, I apologize. So this book I know has been getting wonderful reviews. I've seen it everywhere. I know that it's based on Indian mythology, and I think it follows this girl who is forced into a marriage, and I know it also deals with a lot of horoscope kind of stuff, and it's just like very majestic and fantasy, and Sarah J Maas blurbed it. So yeah, we have this for our book club. It's actually surprisingly really short, because a lot of like fantasy books are not this short, but this one is that short. So we will see. I've heard a lot of my friends from my bookstore really enjoy this, so yeah, I'm very excited to get into this because I've heard wonderful, wonderful things about it. The second book that I have to read for book club is Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. If you don't know, this book is a World War II historical fiction. Basically follows, I think, either 5 or 6 teenagers as they are on this ship. And I don't know what the ship's name is. What is it? The Wilhelm Gustloff. So if you haven't heard of that, don't worry, because I haven't either. But apparently it was this terrible, terrible ship that sunk in World War II. And apparently more people died than on the Titanic, but no one really knows about it. I mean, did you learn about this event in World War II in history class? I didn't. Anyway, I read Ruta Sepetys' other book, Between Shades of Grey, which is another World War II historical fiction but dealing with Lithuania. And I really, really loved that book. I thought it was really moving. I'm not the biggest fan of historical fiction. I've not had the best luck with it in the past. I mean, there are some amazing historical fictions. But anyway, so we are going to be reading this, and I'm really, really excited because, like I said, Ruta Sepetys is a wonderful writer, and I think she really does justice to these World War II stories. So yeah, I'm excited to get into it because, you know, I haven't read a historical fiction in a little bit, so it will be fun to get into it.
I feel like I say that a lot, like get into it, get into it, get into it. It'll be fun to get into it. It'll be fun to get into it. Okay, I'm done.
The next few books that I actually really wanted to get to in the month of July were the Hogwarts Library books that come in this little sleevey thing. So that includes The Tales of Beedle the Bard, the Quidditch Through the Ages, and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I got all these books for Christmas, and I haven't read them yet. Obviously they're really, really short, and they're really, really quick. I just didn't really know a good time to read them. But I really wanted to get into them because I'm just in a very Harry Potter mood with Cursed Child coming out and reading Deathly Hallows, and I think this month I'll finally actually get into these just because of the hype around Cursed Child and everything. So yeah, these are the little short story things that go along with the Harry Potter series. If you didn't know, they are mentioned in the books, and so yeah. Next up, I really hope to get to The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater because I haven't read this yet and I want to read it before I forget everything that happened in Blue Lily Lily Blue. If you don't know, this is the 4th and final book in the Raven Cycle Quartet. And yeah, I've talked about this book a lot, so I'm not going to get into any more of my thoughts, but hopefully I can finally read this because I've been wanting to read it since it came out because I just really want to finish this series off. So yeah, The Raven King, I really want to get to this. And next, I really, really want to get to The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. I got this book as an ARC. Obviously, it does not come out until November, and I was ecstatic when I was able to get this from my bookstore. It's signed and everything, and this is Nicola Yoon's next novel. It's about these two teenagers, a boy and a girl, who meet in New York, and I think they spend 14 hours together or something, and they fall in love, and you know, it's one of those meet in a day and fall in love kind of stories. And I got this a few months back, and I've kind of been holding off, waiting until it gets slightly closer to the release date until I read it, but my cat. But I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to delve into this one in July because I'm really, really, really wanting to right now. So yeah, and plus it's probably going to be a cutesy contemporary, and I actually haven't read any contemporaries so far this summer, and I've kind of been wanting to because it's summer and that's what people do, is read cutesy contemporaries. So yeah, I hope to get to this. And then finally, I also wanted to read a bunch of classics this July. I have a few here just because if you haven't seen my other videos, I sort of talk about this a little bit, but I have to do a senior thesis in my senior year, and we have to use classics outside of the curriculum, and I actually haven't read a lot of books outside the curriculum, so I wanted to devote this summer, going into my junior year, to read a bunch of classics, and I have not read one single classic so far in June, so I have to read some in July. I have some here, like The Catcher and the Rye by J.D. Salinger, and I have Dracula by Bram Stoker, Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy, or just some classics that I had on my shelf that I kind of want to barrel through in the month of July. We will see if that actually happens. I also really want to read Lord of the Rings. I have that actually, reserved actually at my audiobook library, so hopefully I'll be getting to Lord of the Rings soon because I really want to get into that So yeah, these are just some of the classics I want to get to because I really have to, and I haven't yet, sadly. So those are all the books that I actually have that I'm pretty sure that I'm going to read in the month of July, and now I'm going to be doing my TBR jar. And if you don't know what this is, I did a video way back at the beginning of 2016, so you can go check that out if you want to know more about this. So I'm just going to pick one out of here. So yeah, I actually forget about a lot of the ones that are in here, but so this is July. I hope it's sort of a challenging one because, again, I'm not in school, so I can actually focus on it. But yeah, let's just pick one out of here, shall we? Okay, I got a green one. I actually think I saw a word that I think I know what this is. Oh, this is really, really cool. So I really don't think you can read this, but it says reread a childhood favorite. And this is actually wonderful because I have been really wanting to get back into the series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. I also have just a lot of little classics that I guess I could blow through really quickly for this challenge. This isn't necessarily a huge challenge that I could have done this during school, but I suppose this was the luck of the draw. So yeah, I will be reading a childhood favorite. So there you have it. That was my July TBR. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you did, and comment down below some books that you want to get to in July. And please hit that subscribe button. I would really, really, really appreciate it. And yeah, so thanks again for watching.
Oh wow.
See you guys later in my next video. Bye!